I came down 29 the one day. It was very, very windy. I'm only doing like 60 kilometers an hour. And all of a sudden, it felt like the truck was going like this. And I looked in my mirror, and my trailer wheels were a foot off the ground. And I was just coming to an underpass, and I thought, oh no, here we go. She's going over. I said, Kathy, hang on. And I came to a complete stop, and the trailer was still in the air.
Oh, wow.
I was at a dead stop, and then it went poof. I thought, whew. Okay, there's need a rest area.
You were obviously empty.
Yeah, we were empty. I'd never had that before.
One of the last winters that I drove with my wife, we came from Minneapolis going back to Winnipeg in November. November's got to be the worst month to drive because you get rain and then it freezes. Yeah. I'd rather take sometimes November off than January off because the stress level, you know, your shoulders and neck is just it's terrible. So we're coming back and we are following a Super Bee that had lots of weight on. And we were both going about 30, 40 kilometers an hour or something like that. And I was just following him. All of a sudden, he puts his brakes on, and he was slowly moving to the left. Or he was slowly moving to the left. He puts his brakes on. He's slowly moving to the left. He comes slower, and I stop. And he comes to a stop, and then he keeps on going left. He was sliding down ever slow, did like the slow
freezing rain.
Yeah, freezing rain, and he just went completely sideways all the way until he got to the grass. Got to the grass, and that stopped him or whatever. There was no traction anywhere. And he was on a Super Bee with all these like full weight. I don't know whether it was coils or whatever he was
that
hauling.
Don't matter. Weight don't matter. Not with freezing rain.
Once you get into that, boy, I tell you. And that was obviously before any gravel was or stone or salt or whatever that they put into it. But there's some really dangerous. And sometimes we drive and we think it's okay. There was one time we got to a truck stop. We pulled in. We said, whatever, and everybody's thinking it's icy. Wow, we didn't notice anything. We get into the truck stop. We come out. My feet got onto the pavement. And also zero traction. I fell on my hands and feet, and I slid all the way down, probably about 30 feet to the grate, where the water goes down or whatever. I had zero traction. I said, I think we're going to park here for the night. Yeah. I was just like, what the? It's amazing sometimes the tire, you actually have traction when realistically you shouldn't.
We came out of Toronto one day and it was raining. We were going towards Windsor, and it's raining, and all of a sudden, trucks are going slow, and I thought, why are they going so slow? It's just raining, and I'm going my speed, and all of a sudden, oh no, this is not just like it looked like bare pavement, just rain, and you could just feel on the steering wheel it did nothing. And I got by the group of trucks. It was coming to our left curve, and it always banks, and I thought I can't stay in the left lane, so I just ever so gently moved to the top, completely to the top, where my steering was just about on the shoulder, and so I got it straightened out, and I just stopped, and I thought, oh, this is just ice, and all of a sudden it went like this, and I looked at my mirror, and my trailer is going. No. And all of us it went all. You pulled the truck with it, and we're sitting on the left shoulder. And
well, same like that Super Bee story.
Same thing.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm stopped there, and I think, okay, now what? And I was still running company truck at the time, and Bob was with me, and all of a sudden Bob is from the passenger seat. He is right beside me. And I thought, what are you doing? And as I looked, I saw my mirror, and a guy was coming sideways down the 401.
Oh.
Tractor and trailer. Completely sideways.
Oh, my God.
He is sliding by. And I said, Bob, hang on. He's going to take from the door, he's going to take everything off. I have no idea what something had his hand in between there because it never touched. Wow. And I'm watching this guy, and he is completely sideways along the highway. And about a quarter of a mile, he finally gets that thing together and brings it straightens it out. But you could just see how the steering tires were going.
Look at
back and forth. And he comes to the top and he stops. And then I grabbed the mic and I said, cleaning shorts time. Oh man, he said, I thought you were a goner.
Very few recover once you lose.
This guy was good. I commented him on his
Yeah.
his driving. That was something.
You know, sometimes I wonder how much skill, like in a scenario like that, you have brief milliseconds to pull the right thing at the right time. How much? Oh, I'd like to say experience comes with that, but it's not always.
No.
Because last year I did a stupid move and I knew better after. Before, I thought I knew my truck. I knew my truck and trailer and whatever. I was leaving Brandon going west. And it had been storming, and I was behind a loaded Super B who couldn't go as fast as I could. It was very heavy slush and a strong north wind. So going through town, I picked up enough speed to pass him, or get beside him anyway. And the last light, I was leaving town. It was heavy slush on the road, but in my lane, I was fine. We're just getting out of town, and I get past him. And we're nose to nose. I just get ahead of him. His bow wind, the wind off of his hood, plus the north crosswind, pushed my steer tire just off the track onto the slush, and I had no control.
Oy.
I had fairly good weight on the trailer, but it should have been further onto the tractors to stabilize it. So I was a little light on the tractor also, but my steers, the way my truck is set up, I can't put a whole lot of weight up front there because all my fuel goes on the steers. And I was light on fuel.
Everything against you.
Yeah.
Yes, I get past there. I tried correcting. I can't correct more because otherwise I'll shoot into him, right?
Sure.
I tried to straighten it out. Got onto the shoulder and the dirt, and then it pulled me in. And this was just as you leave town.
Pulled you in
right?
what? Like
into the ditch.
No way.
Oh, you hit a
Yes,
ditch.
I hit the ditch. I had several things going for me. At that point, the ditch is very shallow and flat yet.
Okay.
So I figured, Kate, I can just boot it straight across, but I couldn't get up the other side.
Oh, yeah.
I put my foot to the floor, and I could hear the little bit of a rev limiter happening. I took my foot off. I put my diff locks on and my front axle. This was all as I'm going through the grass. I go click, click, click. We're going through. I stomped on it, and I got almost to the crossroad, and I stopped because the drives were just slip. It was just the top little slime. I phoned the tow truck within half an hour. I was parked at the Husky and going to sleep.
Oh, no way.
Enough of this.
And my ego was a little deflated.
Yeah.
But, I sat and analyzed that myself. I should have known better. I was overconfident in my ability. I really took that as a personal lesson to, you know what, you can do it. You just didn't count all the costs.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about it, but it was something that I really took valuable information from it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing I want to do
Humbling
is hurt
experience.
something and kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
just because I needed that load. No, that's not good enough. It's not.
It doesn't pay enough.
No.